Welcome, Carol.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Carol is one of our 32 authors that will be at the Holiday Book Festival
Yep.
that's taking place on Saturday, November 30th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Kensington Mill Falls Event Center in Milford, Michigan. And it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
That's a perfect reminder for everyone.
So, Carol, you have one book.
hmm
So, you're a new author.
Um,
And tell us about that book.
okay, well, my new book is called I Grew Very Brave. It's right here. I'll show you the book on the cover. It's about a little
Awesome.
fox. Her name is Esther, and she's actually afraid of the dark. So, um, one night when her mom is reading to her, she's putting her to bed, and Esther gets super thirsty. Of course, all moms and dads understand that when you put your kids to bed, there's always something. And for Esther, it was she's very thirsty. So the kitchen's closed. There's no, water in the family den. So she needed to go out into the dark woods to get some water from the pond. So the problem is she's afraid of the dark. So of course, her mom encourages her and gives her a lantern to kind of help light her way through the woods. And when she enters the woods, she kind of has to learn to become brave and face her fears. But as she's walking through the woods in that path, she runs into three friends, Otto Owl, Hudson Hedgehog, and Bradley Bear. And then she finds out that they're also afraid of the dark. So this book is supposed to inspire children and adults to kind of share their own light and bravery with the world around them.
Very cool. Now, did you illustrate it or do you have an illustrator?
I have an illustrator, Maxine. She's from South Africa, and she's super talented. She did such a great job with the illustrations. They're beautiful.
Great. And that book you are going to be reading at the Holiday Book Festival.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. So, do you have any more books in the works?
I'm actually working on two more books. I've gotten a little bit of it written out. I want to finalize it a little bit more and then kind of get it through editing. And then hopefully within the next year or two, those two will be published. So I'm
Are
excited.
they also children's books
They're
or
also children's books.
okay?
Actually, a little hint is two of the main characters in those two books that I'm going to be publishing are hidden in I Grew Very Brave. So,
Oh.
get the book and take a look through it and try to figure out who the main characters are. It's very cute.
Awesome. So they're connected, but you don't necessarily have to read them in a specific
Right.
order then.
You're kind of like in the same series as,
Okay.
yeah. hmm
Now, will your fox from this one, will she appear in the new books?
She could. She might be hidden somewhere in the next book.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So you are a wife and mom. How
Mhm.
many children do you have?
I have three kids, Leah, Charlotte, and Davy. Leah's 9, Charlotte's 6, and then Davy is 3. So it's very busy here, especially with school starting. It's all the schedules and all the homework. So it's super full.
Is the 3-year-old in preschool then?
Yes, half day.
Oh,
So it's
so you have a half day too.
time to work in silence. And then my schedule kind of breaks up a little bit to go get him, come home, work again. So it's busy. Every minute is planned during the day.
So, what do you do aside from being a mom,
Mhm.
and which takes up a ton of time,
Yeah.
and being an author?
Mhm.
What else do you do?
Well, I do work full time. I work for a nonprofit organization in the finance department, and I love my job. It's very fulfilling. And I just plan. I'm just a normal mom. I don't know. That's my first job. That's every time someone asks me, "What do you do?" I'm always like, "I'm a mom." And everything else comes as it comes. But mom is my first job.
Awesome. So in your bio, you mentioned about planning family adventures. So what
Yes.
kind of adventures do you and family like to go on?
We do like hiking, just anything new. And we call them family adventures and not family vacations because really it's
Mhm.
not vacation. It's because it's just adventuring with the kids in another place. So we love to go hiking. We just went to Hocking Hills recently, which was wonderful. We went to Chicago, visited some friends. We love museums. We love finding new foods. And yeah, the kids just love anywhere. They just love to be out, even local libraries. We love
Mm,
local libraries. Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
So you are located in Michigan.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite place that you and the kiddos like to go?
It's definitely the library. Like every day, my
Mhm.
kids will come home and they'll say, is today library day? Can we go to the library? And we're so busy. I'm like, no, we can't go to the library today. But every day they come home and that's the first thing they ask. Can we
Well,
go to
that's
the library?
awesome.
And my kids are pretty avid readers. My At least my oldest loves to read. She'll finish a book a day. And Charlotte is getting into it a little bit more.
Mhm.
He loves to be read to. And he also
Awesome.
memorizes books. I mean, he's memorized my book and he's 3. So,
Well, that's awesome.
yep, they love to read.
And have you taken them to the Southfield Library?
I have not. I should
I
though.
I hear that there's a dragon at the
Oh,
Southfield
really?
Library.
Okay, I'm curious.
I
Love it.
I wasn't there, but I have it on good authority that it's a really cool place to go to.
I'll have to check that out for sure.
So that
It's
one
on
is
my adventure list.
I have one of those adventure lists too,
Mhm.
even though it's just the 2 of us.
Yeah,
Um, yes, adventures are great
it's
fun and
fun.
exploring new
Yeah,
places.
and we do love local adventures too. It doesn't always have to be like out of state or out of town. It's always like around our neighborhood and community. We love to go into new places.
Well, in Michigan, there's
Mhm.
so much to do. There's so
Oh,
many places to see.
yeah, especially with season changes, something else
Yes.
comes up.
Well, we're heading into fall,
Yep.
so with that comes the cider mills, and there's a ton of them.
Yes, I know Yates is one of our favorite cider mill places. It's small, but it's quaint, and we
The
love the
one in
well,
Rochester?
Yates. I think so. Yeah, the one in Rochester.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a tip on that one.
Mm-hmm.
They have another location over in Lake Orion that
Oh,
is open all year round.
okay.
They have donuts, they have cider, they have ice cream, and all of that all year round.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super easy to get to. It's right off of Joslyn Road
Mm-hmm.
in Canterbury Village, but you don't have to go into Canterbury Village no matter what they have going on. You can still
Yeah.
go into the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's been so many times that I would go into that place because it's easier.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to check that out too. I know you're a wealth of knowledge.
I I love the adventures and stuff, and I have a huge sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
my kids do
cider
too.
donuts that they have,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. That's,
And I used to live right around the corner from there, so
yeah.
that helps. Oh, let's go walk at Canterbury. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And a lot of times when we would go walking, we always went walking on Friday mornings, which I
Mhm.
know at this time of year probably isn't the greatest for kids.
Mhm.
But the great thing was when you get there early and people they're setting things up for whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So it was great because we got to see all of the stuff and they'd be testing the inflatables and stuff. So it was like, oh, perfect.
Oh, that's so fun. I don't think I've taken them to Canterbury yet, so
Okay.
to be the next thing that we do.
Yeah. Just a heads up, it can get a little pricey for their festivals
Oh,
because they
okay.
charge to get in.
Mhm.
I don't know because my youngest is 23. I don't know what the kids' rates are because
Yeah.
my kid is
Yeah. That's
not a child.
fun.
He doesn't get children right anymore.
Right.
Um, but I know that, so just before going, check out, they do have a festival almost every weekend.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I
Yeah.
think I've seen actually their dinosaur one
Yep.
happening. So I was going to look into that one.
Yeah, they should be having their fall stuff coming up soon
Hmm.
here.
Yeah.
If they don't already. Um, being that I moved out of that area and I don't have littles,
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up as much with it. But yeah. And then we've got the great holiday book festival coming up,
Yes.
which we're going to have reading. We're going to have Passport to reading, which is a great thing where when people enter the festival, that is free. Ours is free,
Hmm.
doesn't cost shoppers anything to come in.
Right.
They get a passport booklet, which will have a little bit about each of the authors, and then they go and visit all the authors, get their signature. Authors are optional. They can do stamps, they can do stickers, whatever. I'll be letting the authors know what size area they have
Okay.
as soon as I get the layout done. And once they get done, when they go to leave, they get their passport checked, and then they get to enter to win one of 3 boxes of books. So, also optional for the authors is to donate a book to one of the boxes,
Hmm.
and then uh, shoppers are able to get in the drawing for these one of the boxes that we will be doing the drawing at about 4:45, the festival ends at 5, so at about 1:45
Hmm.
we'll announce our book cover contest winners. We'll announce we'll draw for the 3 boxes of books. If they're present, they can take the box with them.
That's really cool. I'm
And
yeah.
if not, I will email them. The only thing they have to enter is they'll get a QR code to enter their name and email address, and I
Mhm.
use it in a form that they just scan the QR code, because then I am 100% certain I have their correct email address.
Right. Right. That's
I'm
such
not trying
a
to define
cool
someone's
experience.
handwriting.
That's such a cool
Uh,
experience for the kids to have. So you're encouraging kids to come to
yes.
the author read and the passport stuff. So that is really
Well, the passport thing can be done by any age. And of course, the author readings, we've got a whole variety of uh, genres that
Mhm.
will be reading. So I don't have a schedule out yet of who's reading when. I am firmed up on who is reading.
Mhm.
Um, and then once we get that schedule out, I will also be adding that to the website so that people will know, customers will know, hey, I want to go when this book is being read.
Right.
So it'll be a little more marketing piece. Authors will also get graphics
Yeah.
that will say, hey, I'm reading at this time. And of course, the times are approximate because
Right.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is.
Yeah.
It's, you never know. Things may run over. An author may decide not to read, which is fine.
Mhm.
This is entirely voluntary. The donating of books is voluntary. I do not check who has donated, who hasn't, because we've had this will be our third book festival, and both of the last our first 2 book festivals, we had the boxes overflowing.
Wow.
So, the only thing I checked was to make sure that there was only 1 book from each author in the box.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that if an author went up and put, say, 3 books in 1 box, I just distributed them between the 3 boxes.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I just to me, that way it was better for the receiver.
Yep.
They didn't end up 3 from the same author.
Right.
Because only so much fits in that box. And sorry, USPS, but I stuffed that box.
Yeah.
I
That's
get my money's
fun
worth because
though. So
it's one of
fun.
those one rate boxes,
Mhm.
and I get the large size,
Right.
and it's like, hey, you told me whatever I can put in it, so guess
Right.
what?
I'm gonna fill it up.
As many books as we can fit in there,
Right.
which is also the advantage that if you are there when we do the drawing, I don't have to close the box.
Right. Mhm.
So if there's extra books that don't fit in the boxes, they will fit in the open ones.
Right. Right.
So, and that's the great part is that it's just so much fun. The authors have a great time.
Yep.
Um, it's for when people are coming, it's your GPS may take you to the party store out front
Right.
because the owners of the party store also own the event hall.
Okay.
It's all one address.
Gotcha.
So if it takes you to the party store out front, drive around back. It's the building in the back corner by the miniature golf, which won't be open for the holiday one, but it will be open for our June event.
That'll be fun. That'll be a great time. I'm excited for this event.
It's
It'll
gonna
be-
be fun. So, do you have any events planned between, say, October and November before this event?
There are a couple of other events I do have planned. There's a couple in Sterling Heights and Warren that I'll be going to. I'll actually have it all on my website if everyone
Okay.
to go on carolklomasney.com. In the events page, I have everything listed out. So if you go on there, come visit me. I want to say hi. Say hi. I would love to meet anybody that comes. And then I got a couple school visits scheduled, so that'll be a good time too.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
I recommend putting those school visits also on your website so
Yeah.
that the
It's on.
parents
Yep.
of the kids know ahead of time.
Yes. Yes.
Um, yeah. And when this goes up on YouTube, there will be in the description below, I will have the website address for everyone to visit. So,
Perfect. Yeah. That'll be great.
well, thank you for joining me this morning. This has been wonderful.
It's been nice chatting with you and getting to know you a lot more. I'm excited to see you in person.
Right? Well, I will see you in November in person in Milford.
Sounds good. I'll see you there.
Thanks.
Mhm.